It is certainly something that is of great concern because number one, Microsoft 365 and the Microsoft suite is used by millions of Indians, small businesses, big businesses, individual users, hospitals, and therefore any outage on this platform, it disrupts the business and 24/7 operations of many companies, and like I said, many individuals and small businesses. So I hope Microsoft works on this and restores the service very quickly. It is obviously something that I have never seen before in my life, such an unprecedented global outage, and the horror stories of how airlines and hospitals and users are all impacted points to the need in the days coming of a conversation about the resilience of these platforms, of the fail-proofness of these platforms, and what type of backup systems that they are going to build to make sure this never happens again. But this is certainly a very disruptive and a disturbing event in what we are seeing today around Microsoft.
So, we heard Mr. Rajiv Chandrashekhar on this global outage and impacts. Let me cut across to Mayuri once again. So, Mayuri, what we are picking up now that all airports, be it Jammu, Mumbai, Delhi, all of them have gone for manual check-ins. If this problem will persist, do you think it will be a big pain for the travelers and the people across the world? And also, we are seeing that payment transactions are failing because banking infrastructure has also is also being impacted because of this.
Correct. So I think the manual, I'm glad that the airlines are, trying to take care of the passengers and issue manual boarding passes. I think as long as air safety is not compromised, I really wouldn't mind a manual or a printed boarding pass. Security and, of course, safety shouldn't be compromised. Having said that, for the banking transactions, personally, I wouldn't make any banking transactions at this point of time without knowing that information security teams of the banks are completely still secure, and Microsoft should issue some kind of a notice kind of telling all of us that it is now completely safe to transact. So unless something was absolutely necessary, life-threatening, only then would I make a banking transaction. But otherwise, I would stay clear of it. And as regards aviation passengers, take that boarding pass and, be happy you got out of there and on the plane.
Right. And Mayuri, also, I just want to ask you for the information of our viewers, is there any role that the government can play in this outage to provide relief to the travelers and to the citizens of the country? Is there any step that the government can take in this?
While I think while it may be difficult for the government realistically to provide, some of the passengers interviewed were saying accommodation, etc. I think the biggest role the government can play is that, lines like 911 and 100 in India are not blocked, and our police personnel, army personnel on the borders are really making sure that national security is not compromised due to any data breaches. The government of India, and India as a global leader, tech leader, does have the best information security and data security experts. And I think they should be deployed immediately on the field to Microsoft to make sure that none of our private information is really breached.